The IWI Tavor is an Israeli bullpup assault rifle chambered in 5.56 x 45 mm NATO cartridge with a selective fire system, selecting between semi-automatic mode and full automatic fire mode. The Tavor is designed and produced by Israel Weapon Industries, IWI. It is produced in two main variants, the TAR-21 and the CTAR-21. Built around a long-stroke piston system, as found in the M1 Garand and AK-47, the Tavor is designed to maximize reliability, durability, simplicity of design, and ease of maintenance, particularly under adverse or battlefield conditions. In 2009, the Tavor X95, also known as the Micro Tavor or MTAR, was selected by the IDF to gradually replace the M16 assault rifle and M4 carbine variants as the standard issued weapon of the Israeli infantry by the end of 2018. The first X95 bullpup rifles were issued to infantry units in 2013. History and objectives. Israel Military Industries, the small arms branch of IMI, was privatized into Israel Weapon Industries, initiated the Tavor development team in 1995, under the direction of gun designer Zalman Shebs. The objective of the project was to create an assault rifle that was more reliable, durable, and easier to maintain than the M4A1 carbine, while also being better suited to close-quarters combat and mechanized infantry roles. As a result, they hoped that the weapon would be officially adopted by the Israel Defense Forces. Due to the military's close quarters and mechanized infantry requirements, the project team selected a bullpup design that would allow the weapon to be compact while keeping a long barrel able to achieve ballistically favorable high muzzle velocities. A long-stroke piston system, similar to that found in the AK-47 and M1 Garand, was selected to ensure the weapon's reliability under adverse conditions. Trials in Israel. The Tavor prevailed over the M4A1 carbine in a series of trials conducted during 2001 and 2002. Qualities tested included mean rounds between failures, MRBF, reliability, ergonomics during long marches, and ease of maintenance. In 2009, the IDF selected the Tavor X95 as its future standard issue rifle for all branches of the infantry, with a gradual changeover beginning in 2006 and expected completion among frontline troops by end of year 2018. Design details and engineering. Bullpup configuration. The Tavor uses a bullpup configuration, in which the receiver, bolt carrier group and magazine are placed behind the pistol grip. This shortens the firearm's overall length without sacrificing barrel length. As a result, the Tavor provides carbine overall length, yet can achieve rifle muzzle velocities if equipped with a rifle-length barrel. Long-stroke piston system. The Tavor uses a non-lubricated long-stroke piston system, as found in the M1 Garand, IMI Galil, and the AK-47. Like in the AK-47, the long-stroke piston mechanism contributes to the extreme forcefulness of the TAR-21's extraction and chambering. The Tavor attachment of the piston to a heavy bolt carrier, and the extension of the mainspring into the hollow stem of the bolt carrier, bears a family resemblance to the internal mechanism of the AK-47. Ambidexterity and modularity. The Tavor has ejection ports on both sides of the rifle so it can easily be reconfigured for right or left-handed shooters. However, this process requires partial disassembly, so it cannot be quickly reconfigured while the rifle is in use. An issue related to this is the original plastic cover on the unused ejection can allow gas to escape during the course of fire. Due to the bullpup design, this vents right under the shooter's face, causing issues, such as inhaling ejection gases and the fouling of glasses and face with ejection debris. The issue is exacerbated when the weapon is suppressed. The characteristic black smudge from this has been nicknamed Tavor face by some shooters. This has been addressed by various non-factory solutions which increase sealing of the unused port. Its ambidextrous fire mode selector above the pistol grip has a semi-automatic mode and a fully automatic mode. The Tavor features a self-contained, drop trigger group, so that the trigger group can be changed or replaced without the use of additional tools. The Tavor can also be mounted with the M203 grenade launcher, GTAR-21. Chambering, cartridges, and ammunition feeding. The Tavr is primarily chambered in 5.56 x 45 mm NATO, although 9 x 19 mm Parabellum and 5.45 x 39 mm Russian models are also available. The IDF uses both 3.6 gram, 55 gr, M193 and 4.0 gram, 62 gr, M8555 5.56 x 45 mm rounds. M193 rounds are used by regular infantrymen for better terminal effects at shorter distances, while the heavier M855 is used by sharpshooters. The Tavr accepts standard Stanag magazines. Last round bolt open catch. The Tavr features a last round bolt catch, whereby the bolt holds open after the last round discharges. This is a request of modern armies, as it helps to allow soldiers to know when their magazine empties and to reduce reloading times during combat while also not requiring manual action cycling after. Barrel. Tavr barrels are made from Kremov steel and cold hammer forged, CHF, on the premises of the IWI factory in Ramat Hasharon. The TAR-21 barrel is 457 mm in length and is chrome-lined for durability and corrosion resistance. The barrel features 6 grooves in a 178 mm, 1 in 7-inch, twist, or 32 calibers right-hand twist rate. The barrel is fitted with a birdcage-style flash suppressor, which can be fully disassembled without the need of additional tools. Reliability, ease of maintenance and waterproofing. The design objectives of the Tavr aimed for reliability and ease of maintenance, particularly under adverse or battlefield conditions. According to Russell C. Tilstra, the Tavr is easily considered more reliable than the M16 and M4 series rifles. The Tavr is designed to be easily field stripped, without the need for any additional tools. It is waterproofed and its internal mechanism is sealed from outside elements, so that it can pass over the beach requirements. Variants. TAR-21. The Tavr TAR-21 is the standard variant with a 457 mm long barrel. The Israeli firearm manufacturer, Israel Weapon Industries, produces the Tavr TAR-21 in different variations. GTAR-21. The GTAR-21 has a notched barrel, to accept an M203 40 mm underbarrel grenade launcher. CTAR-21. The CTAR-21 is a compact shorter 380 mm barrel variant intended for commandos and special forces, but has become more favored than the standard TAR-21 throughout the IDF. STAR-21. The STAR-21 is a designated marksman variant with folding underbarrel bipod and Trigicon ACOG 4x magnification sight. MTAR-21 or Tavr X95. The MTAR-21 is also known as the X95. The Tavr X95, also referred to as the MTAR-21 and Micro Tavr, with these names being used primarily in Israel, with the X95 name being used when marketing abroad, is the variant of the Tavr that was selected as the future standard infantry weapon of the IDF in 2009. In 2013, the Micro Tavr was issued for the first time as the standard infantry weapon to recruits of the Givati Brigade. With the use of a relatively simple conversion kit, the MTAR-21 can be converted from a 5.56 mm assault rifle to a 9 mm submachine gun loaded with 20, 25, and 32 round magazines. A suppressor can also be added to the weapon, as part of the 9 mm conversion kit. An integrated grenade launcher was being developed for the MTAR-21. Ukrainian licensed Tavrs. Ukraine purchased a license for Tavrs to be manufactured by Ukrainian firearm manufacturer, RPC Fort. Fort 221, Ukrainian locally produced version of the CTAR-21 in 5.45 x 39 mm. Fort 222, Ukrainian locally produced version of the STAR-21 in 5.45 x 39 mm. TC-21. The semi-automatic Tavr Carbine, TC-21, was first made available for civilian customers to purchase in Canada from 2008. The Canadian civilian version initially shipped with the MAPRO reflex sight and a slightly longer barrel to meet the Canadian requirement for non-restricted semi-automatic centerfire rifles to have a barrel length of at least 470 mm. Current version are shipped with a full-length Picatinny rail, without optics. IWI started a new U.S. subsidiary, IWI US, which is manufacturing the semi-automatic TC-21 as the Tavr SAR for U.S. sales. The weapon is manufactured with a combination of Israeli and U.S. parts. IWI US had shipped 50,000 Tavr SARs to U.S. civilian customers by early 2016. In Europe, the Czech company Zeleny Sport recently, December 2015, imported semi-automatic Israeli-made TAR-21S, equipped with MAPRO M5 or M21 reflex sight, which are now available for both civilian and law enforcement customers. IWI US sells the Tavr SAR in variety of variants, and all have a full-length flat-top Picatinny rail. They include TSB-16, semi-automatic version of the CTAR-21, with a 26.125 inches, 663.575 mm, overall length. TSB-16L, a TSB-16 with left-handed controls pre-installed. TSB-16BLK, a TSB-16 chambered in .300 AAC blackout. TSB-17-9, 9x19 mm submachine gun with a 17 in, 431.8 mm, barrel and a 26.125 in, 663.575 mm, overall length. TSB-18, 5.56 x 45 mm rifle with a 18 in, 457.2 mm, barrel and a 27.625 in, 701.675 mm, overall length. TSB-18RS, 5.56 x 45 mm rifle with a 18 in, 457.2 mm, barrel and a 30 in, 762 mm, overall length, integrated permanent 2 3/8 in muzzle brake and a 10-round magazine to be compliant with laws of certain states. R stands for restricted state. TSIDF-16, semi-automatic version of the CTAR-21 without a full-length rail, an integrated MAPRO 21 sight, and a 26.125 in, 663.575 mm, overall length, meant to be a semi-automatic replica of the CTAR-21 issued to the IDF. Note, IWI US sells their Tavr SARs in a variety of colors, including black, B, flat dark earth, FD, and OD green, G. The letter B subsequent to TS in the rifle's designations can be switched with any of the color's respective letters. Aftermarket parts. A significant aftermarket of spare and replacement parts has developed around the Tavr, including the development of match-grade accurizing triggers for the Bullpup rifle that are produced by manufacturers such as Guy Seal Automatics and double-stage trigger pack TAVD from Shooting Sight. Shlomi Sabug, Deputy CEO of IWI, says that one of the indicators of the success of the rifle in the shooting sports or civilian market is the fact that an aftermarket of products associated with the Tavr Bullpup rifle, like triggers, has evolved very quickly. Awards. The National Rifle Association's American Rifleman awarded the Tavr the 2014 Golden Bullseye Award as its Rifle of the Year. The NRA's prestigious award, now in its 12th year, aims to award the best products available to civilian shooters. The Truth About Guns website awarded the Tavr with TTAG Reader's Choice Award for Best Rifle of 2013. The Tavr X95 was awarded the NRA's Rifle of the Year Award for 2017. Users. Angola, Angolan Army purchase for Special Forces. Azerbaijan, Azerbaijan purchased a number of TAR-21 for the Special Operations Forces of the Azerbaijani Army in August 2008. Brazil, Taurus, the local firearms manufacturer, produces the Tavr under license for the military. Small numbers are issued to soldiers in the Frontier Brigade. Cameroon, issued to the Special Forces of Cameroon Army. Chad, issued to Chadian ground forces since 2006. Chile, Investigations Police of Chile. Colombia, the Colombian Army operates the TAR-21 for their special forces, in the Army, Marines, and in the Colombian National Police. El Salvador. Cyprus, the Tavr Ki-95 assault rifle is to gradually replace the aging G3 assault rifle. Ethiopia, bodyguards of the Ethiopian Prime Minister were seen with the TAR-21. Georgia, different variants of the weapon have been acquired and issued to law enforcement, special commando, and protection units of the Georgian Missing in Action since 2001. In 2004 the TAR-21 was to replace the Soviet Kalashnikov rifle, however due to lack of funding and low purchase quantity that idea was abandoned. The construction of a manufacturing plant was also considered. Guatemala, Guatemala's police force or PNC, Policia Nacional Civil, operates the TAR-21. Honduras, Honduran Army and Special Forces operate the Tavr X-95. India, in late 2002, India signed an $880 million, equivalent to $2.4 billion or $37 million in 2017, deal with Israel Military Industries for 3,070 manufactured TAR-21s to be issued to India's Special Forces personnel, where its ergonomics, reliability in heat and sand might give them an edge at close quarters and employment from inside vehicles. By 2005, IMI had supplied 350-400 TAR-21s to India's Northern Special Frontier Force, SFF. These were subsequently declared to be operationally unsatisfactory. The required changes have since been made, and tests in Israel during 2006 went well, clearing the contracted consignment for delivery. The TAR-21 has now entered operational service even as India gears up for a larger competition that could feature a 9mm X-95 version. There was an attempt to create an Indian version of the Tavr under license known as Zitara, which was not adopted, and it was made with a few prototypes from OFB. The new Tavr X-95s have a modified single-piece stock and new sights, as well as Turkish-made MKEKT 40mm underbarrel grenade launchers. 5,500 have been recently inducted and more rifles are being ordered. A consignment of over 500 Tavr Bullpup assault rifles and another 30 Galil sniper rifles worth over $150 million, $2.3 million and $20 million, $310,000, respectively was delivered to the Marcos, Marine Commandos, in December 2010. In 2016, IWI announced that it was establishing a 49:51 joint venture with Punjay Lloyd in India, in order manufacture rifle components in India. Ivory Coast, used by Ivorian Special Forces. Israel, as part of initial testing by Israel Defense Forces infantry units, the TAR-21 was distributed to members of the training company of the Zabar Battalion from the Givati Brigade who were drafted in August 2001. They received their rifles in November 2001 during basic training. Initial testing results were favorable. The TAR-21 was found to be significantly more accurate and reliable, as well as more comfortable, than the M4 Carbine during extensive field testing. As a trial, the first Tavrs were introduced in limited numbers into the Army in 2003. Issues with fine sand entering the Tavr's chamber, which were identified over the 2 years of testing, were rectified by numerous small adjustments. A number of other improvements and changes to the design were also made between 2001-2009. Tavr CTAR-21 Bullpup assault rifles saw combat service in Operation Cast Lead, used by Givati Brigade and Golani Brigade, and the soldiers reported the Tavr Bullpup assault rifles functioned flawlessly. In November 2009, the IDF announced that the X-95 would become the standard infantry weapon of the IDF, with the addition of an integrated grenade launcher. In December 2012, the IDF announced that they would begin equipping and training their new reserve forces with the X-95, starting in 2013, with the switchover by the end of 2018. The first Tavr X-95 Bullpup rifles were issued to new recruits of a main IDF infantry brigade in 2013, replacing the M16 assault rifles. In 2014, the IDF announced that in the future, from as early as the end of 2014, some infantry units could start to be issued some numbers of an improved X95, which will have a longer 38 cm, 15 in, barrel, instead of the original 33 cm barrel, and a lighter trigger pull. Macedonia, Police Special Forces. Mexico, in service with the Ministry of Public Security since 2011. Mongolia, Special Forces. Nepal, used in small quantities by Nepali Gurkhas and Army Rangers. Nigeria, the State Security Service employ it as the primary assault rifle for their close protection and tactical units, replacing the Uzi. It is also used by the Nigerian Navy. Peru. Philippines, small quantities in use by special units of the Philippine Marines and Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency and one PNP SWAT team in Pasig City. Portugal, small quantities of the TAR-21 are in use by field and intervention units of the Policia Judiciaria, like hostage negotiation teams and investigators who usually work alongside other dedicated law enforcement intervention units, the Special Operations Group, GO, and the National Republican Guard's Special Operations Company, CO. These weapons were initially intended to equip a new unit under the command of the Policia Judiciaria resembling the GO. The TAR-21 also participated in the competition for the new service rifle for the three branches of the Portuguese Armed Forces and the Police Special Operations Group, GO, a bid that also included the local production of the TAR-21 in Portugal. However, the TAR-21 was excluded from the shortlist. The competition has meanwhile been annulled, after the other contenders and both political and defense critics accused the competition of favoring the Heckler & Koch G36. Rwanda. Senegal, issued to the Special Forces of Senegal Army. Thailand, to replace some of its current inventory of M16A1 assault rifles, the Royal Thai Army purchased 3 batches of TAR-21 Bullpup assault rifles for $27.77 million, THB 946.99 million, and approved delivery of a 4th batch on September 15, 2009, bringing the total to more than 76,000 TAR-21, total 106,203 Tavr Bullpup assault rifle. Turkey, used by the Special Forces Command Bordo Berliler. Ukraine, Yuri Lutsenko, then head of Ministry of Internal Affairs of Ukraine, announced on October 1, 2008 that Israel Weapon Industries and the Ukrainian Research and Production Company RPC Fort would jointly manufacture Tavr Bullpup assault rifles to enter service with special Ukrainian military and police units. RPC Fort had displayed working samples of Tavr's chambered in 5.45 x 39 mm cartridge with Milker 40mm UBGL grenade launchers to showcase to Ukrainian security forces officers as a means of convincing them to buy Ukrainian-made Tavrs for special forces units. United States, in August 2013, IWI US announced that the Pennsylvania Capitol Police had adopted the Tavr SAR, a variant specifically designed for the U.S. market. In July 2014, it was announced that the Lakewood, New Jersey Police Department would begin to adopt the Tavr SAR, after the weapon met the demands and requirements of the Lakewood PD for reliability, ease of maintenance, durability and accuracy. The Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office in Texas, operate Tavr SAR. Vietnam, from 2012. The TAR-21 entered service in special units of the Vietnamese Army, equipping special forces, Marines, and naval units. IWI has been awarded a $100 million contract to establish a factory in Vietnam to produce an unspecified number of Galil Ace assault rifles, as well as others such as the Tavr, for the People's Army of Vietnam.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.